two people that met like in a festival like this. I don't know in which one exactly, but you know, like this is like a family. If you got to know it today, it's like the web series family. Some of us have been going for a very long time, and Csongor and Kang, you know, we know each other for many years, and we've been trying to help creators for at least 10, 11 years now. So they actually did this co-production, and I want them first to tell us a little bit about how this came to place.
Yes, thank you for that we can be here and talk about this project. I will explain, I will say which is important. We met here in Bilbao in 2015.
Yes, thanks.
And then we met again also in Wetzlar. This is important.
Okay, actually, Csongor, me, and also Rose, we actually first place as a creator. We start as a filmmaker, the first, and then later discovered Webfest. So as a creator point of view, actually we are looking for content through Webfest like a trip. And then 2017, I was Seriale in Germany, and then after event, there's a tour program, and I found this Lotte Haus, the Wetzlar, and there is an exhibition. There's a Korean book, like Korean title. It's called the Lotte Haus, and there was a very surprise. Why is a Korean book here? Then I realized that Goethe, the German the writer, he wrote a novel. Also, he was a young age. He visited there. He fell in love with her. Name is Lotte, and then wrote a book. It was a big success, sensational. Even a lot of Korean people knows about that book. And one of the giant corporation company, Lotte Corporation, the original founder actually, he read the book and then he got inspired the name Lotte, and then he made set up the company Lotte World Tower in Seoul, like a landmark. So I thought it's a great idea. I talked to Csongor. Hey, maybe we can make some like a co-production, bridge those stories. That's why we came to this idea.
Wetzlar is a very small city, like it's a small town, to Seoul, which is like millions and millions of people, you know. And they managed to find this like weird relation with both places.
Yes, and this connection, because this connection was also for both a little bit emotional. It was the key for also to find a little bit funding to make this project happen. For I think we both searched for companies. Young searched for a company in South Korea to support another company. I searched for another company in Hessen. So we had 4 companies in the end, and the connection was this is maybe it's the tallest building in South Korea. This building, it was built in 2017, so it is really new. What was new at that time, and then we I think you received funding from Lotte World Tower, and for them it was a kind of branded series, and we received money from the city of Wetzlar and Gießen, and for them it was a cultural concept. So it sounds like the opposite, but it worked very well together. And so we shot the first episode you can change to the team. So this we found this team in South Korea, and then the next for the second and third episode we had a mixed team in Wetzlar and Gießen. The actors and producers came, and then the next slide is we filmed in Seoul the first episode, yes, and so you can see in the next slide we filmed all together in Wetzlar and Gießen. And what we didn't know at that time, it was really the first web series co-production or serious co-production between Germany and Korea. So yes, then when this all happened, I would like to explain something. What for us the biggest success was. It's not even selling the project. Biggest success was to build a bridge between this museum or the cities to the Lotte World Corporation, which is really huge, and also maybe people doesn't know this Sorrows of Young Werther was the first blockbuster in matters of novels 250 years ago, and you can find even on Max from 200 years ago the pictures of the novel. So they made merchandise 200 years ago for it, and so in South Korea they have musicals with this topic, and for our cities was very important to this culture, how you can how another countries, how the value in another countries is what is known. And so they was so happy about it, about this connection, that they created a special award from the two cities and you can go to this slide. Yeah, this was the right slide. And Yang Kang represented the Lotte World Corporation and received this award from the both cities, from the both Lord Mayors. And yes, and 1 year later they celebrated 250 years of Sorrows from Sorrows of Young Werther, the novel, and Yang was a special guest, and the series had a place in it. But also the original book, because the contact was made to the Lotte World Corporation, and they sent even the original book what the founder read at that time.
I think early 1900, the original founder, Lotte Corporation, Mr. Shin, actually he was in Japan because during the Japanese occupation in Korea. So then he was very poor young guy, and small room he read the book, The Sorrows of Young Werther, and he was so inspired, the Lotte character. So that original book, actually he passed away, but the corporation, they still have the original book. So the last year exhibition, actually they asked, and then Lotte Corporation, they eager to send the original book. Also Lotte World Tower, the miniature, and also other like the musicals and video clip of the Werther. It went well, so I was there, exhibition, and a lot of people, they're like inspired. Wow, like how both two different culture, also from the past to present, and then also very literature with the mix with the brand, and also with web series. So yeah, that was a really good.
Web series was then released in South Korea 2019 in their social media channels. So for them it was very interesting that the people know how where's the origin from the.
So since we're talking money today, it's all about the money and where do we get it from, and how do we handle this, and what institutions and what private investment can do for us. I think we have a great guest. He's new to the family, he just arrived. But Sened, I think you've experienced both sides of the process. First as head of drama, so for a major public broadcaster, so you would be the Maria from France Television. Tell us a little bit about when you receive a project, what when you were in that mindset. We can talk about the other mindset later. What do you look for, like in a project or in new upcoming talent?
Well, if we're just talking about international co-productions and getting funding from different countries or different parts of the world. I think that it's a great example of what an international co-production should be. Because most of the time, in my experience, when producers come with an international series project, most of the time the only thing international about it is that basically it's too expensive to be done by just one country, so they try to get money from all over the world. And that's the only thing that makes it an international co-production.
I'd like to know a little bit, what mistakes do you think are done by independent creators, producers, writers? Because I think we can all think of some of the things that really come to mind, but I'm curious if you can share.
Actually, our project is more independent and web series based. So there's two kind of different levels. So I think you have to, when you plan, you have to level, which way you want to go. You want to go to upstage or in the middle or very personal or independent. So actually, our case, it is the brand like a cultural funding, also the sponsor from the corporation. So, but the thing is, most people they made a mistake, even ourselves. Think about the money first. That was a big mistake. Then you never get through it. So I think the first one you have to think like the concept, like what kind of project, and especially co-production. The first, before the money, actually, you have to know each other, and you have to trust each other. So that's why we built up as a creator. Actually, we met many times, and we talked about, we trust each other. Then slowly, like talking about co-production. I think it's similar as a marriage, like co-production. Because when you marry someone, right, you have to trust. After trust, and now talk about some project. And then there is a different way of like finance. You can do big budget or middle. You can do even really low budget these days. Even like filming with a smartphone, why not? Depends on like what you're aiming for, So I think that's why you guys creator. I know you guys are traveling, visit other Webfest festivals, and meet other creators, other content, other country, then explore some interesting idea how you can do co-production. That's the way you'll start. Because we are filming 100%. The first episode shot in the Lotte Tower. We shut down all the business going all the way up the lounge, So actually huge challenge they provide us, because it's built up their image, good image, as involved with a very famous German writer Goethe. So why not?
Around 100K for the whole thing, and yeah,
even less. I would say 80,000 maybe.
Yeah.
But also with production value, which is worth a lot more, like shutting down Lotte would be impossible for anyone. I mean, even with all the money in the world, they would not shut it down for you.
If you think about it, okay, for example, like the first scene was fireworks, Lotte Tower. That even cost $1 million budget. But let us film it for free, because they want to do every year fireworks, like special the event. That cost over $1 million, only fireworks. See, already we have over $1 million budget here. That's why you can get some like amazing. Not always count with the cash. You have to approach. You can get like free stuff, even like fireworks, or the company they do have maybe event or something special stuff, and just like ask them. We can promote through our project. Then they say, yes, then we can make a value like a big budget, look big budget, even though like we spend real low cash.
That sounds great. I think one of my questions would be like, what advice would you give someone who wants to start a co-production or who wants to fund an international project? Like, like a small piece of advice you would give, maybe based on your experience or on things you have seen also in your festivals?
Maybe two kind of advices. One is very similar what Yang said. I would say the festivals are a very good option to meet people and find out if you want to work together, or if there's a concept which maybe fits and you can work on this concept, and then everything else will come. It will take time, but it will happen if you want it. And the other advice is that each country, this is on your example maybe, have very different laws, and it is very different if you are working in Europe or if you are working also in the USA. The laws for writers are very different, so you have to take care about that.
I think the first one is like the concept, like what kind of concept you approach, especially for co-production. I think you need to travel. You need to go to maybe another like filmmaker function, or I think the festival is a great venue to meet other country creator. Also, I mean, not only attending event, maybe you do walk around, look see some stuff, and you can get some idea through travel, right? Even the Goethe, he do a lot of travel, like Italia. Actually, he traveled. That's why he wrote amazing book like Italian, The Journey. So then you will get some good idea. Then you can find someone who can do it together, because you need a local producer. Because without a local producer, it's very expensive. You have to hire someone like a local coordinator. They're gonna rip you up. Also, they don't know you. You know what I mean? That's why you have to know local producer, really someone who can trust. That way, save million dollars.
I think international co-productions take more time because yes, you need to build that rapport and those relationships with producers from all around the world. On the broadcaster side, just an example, we built an alliance with ZDF and RAI that we launched with at France Télévisions, that we launched in 2018, and it had been like 4 years of trying to work together, of talks, of negotiations, etc., before we reached that. There's a new international European alliance called the New Eight with Holland, Sweden, a few other Scandinavian countries, and Germany, for instance. Same. So it takes time, it takes patience, it takes a lot of diplomacy. But it's very satisfying, and yeah, it's a great way to make content.
I think we're going to try to wrap up to keep up exactly with our schedule. But I want to remind you that we'll have some pitching with them later if you want to meet with them in speed meetings later. But please come to festivals, enjoy, meet some people. You can get it if you really want, like the song, as Csongor said. And as a last thing, I just want to say, don't produce in Taiwan if you're going to talk about China. So thank you so much. This was the end of this morning, a very intense morning. But we'll be back for pitching in this room and then later for the speed meetings. Thank you. Eskerrik asko. Muchísimas gracias por aguantar hasta el final.